Any measurement of any physical quantity involves comparison with a certain basic, arbitrarily chosen, internationally accepted reference standard called unit. Okay. So if you want to measure any physical quantity, you have to compare it with a certain basic, arbitrarily chosen, internationally accepted reference standard. That is known as unit. Okay. Unit. ठीक. So any result of any measurement of a physical quantity can be expressed as numerical value and unit, nu. Okay. So suppose if you are taking 1 kg of quantity of some physical quantity, then if you change the units also, it will not change, the quantity will not change. So nu is equal to constant. Okay. This is constant. So in that way you can consider n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. You can convert from one system to the other system using this equation. Nu is constant means u is also inversely proportional to n, or n is inversely proportional to u. That way also you can write this one. So n is inversely proportional to 1 by u, or u is inversely proportional to 1 by n. That means if unit is a bigger unit, then n will be small. If unit is a smaller unit, n will be large. Okay. So that depends on the unit which you have selected. Okay. Fundamental quantities and derived quantities. So generally all quantities in terms of which laws of physics can be expressed and which can be measured directly or indirectly are called physical quantities. Physical quantity means which can be measured and which can be expressed with the help of laws of physics. Okay. So a physical quantity which is independent of any other quantity is called fundamental quantity, physical quantity. Okay. So a physical quantity which is independent, so it does not depend on any other physical quantity, then it is known as fundamental physical quantity. And the physical quantities which can be derived from fundamental quantities are called derived quantities. Okay. So derived physical quantities. So units for fundamental quantities are known as fundamental units or base units. The units for all other physical quantities expressed as combinations of the base units. So such units obtained are known as derived units. Okay. So fundamental and derived units both combine a complete set of these units, both these base units and derived units are known as system of units. Okay. So question is given in the examination NEET 2019. What is the unit of thermal conductivity? So he is asking us to find the unit of thermal conductivity. So such type of questions, for finding the unit, you need to know basically the equation for this thermal conductivity. So K can be given as, K is given as Qx divided by A into temperature difference T2 minus T1 into T. So Q means amount of heat flow. This is known as heat flow. Heat flow. Heat is a form of energy. So joule flow means per second. Okay. Heat is flowing here. That is nothing but energy per unit time. Q is the heat, X is the thickness, and A is area of the cross section. T2 minus T1 is the temperature difference, and T is the time. So Q by T is nothing but joule per second. This is known as watt. So here X is in meters, here meter square, here it is Kelvin. So meter square, this will be cancelled. So watt meter minus 1, Kelvin minus 1 is the unit of thermal conductivity. Okay, this is the answer. Watt meter minus 1, Kelvin minus 1. So option is A is the answer. Okay. So the questions they are giving generally from the NCERT textbook, the same pattern questions or similar questions they are giving. So word to word or sentence to sentence you solve, you go through the NCERT textbook, और एल्स द नोट्स कंसाइज नोट्स ऑफ एनसीईआरटी मैंने बनाया है, तो उसमें भी आप देख सकते हो। तो इसको पीडीएफ फॉर्म में दे दूंगा या नहीं तो बुक फॉर्मेट में दे दूंगा, आप लोग जैसा भी करना है कर लो, ठीक है। लेना है तो ले सकते हो। बुक फॉर्मेट में तो यू हैव टू परचेस एंड पीडीएफ फॉर्म में है तो लेक्चर में है, ठीक है। सो दिस इज 2.1 इंट्रोडक्शन पोर्शन फिनिश नाउ, ठीक है।